Hello, welcome to Logan's Hour. Today I am going to be your host, Samar Logan, and today is going to be such a great show. I have so much in store for you guys, but this is actually just the beginning. So first, let me start off with saying welcome to Logan's Hour and sit back and relax. So the when I first this today is the Logan's Hour First Lady edition. When I had this idea, I brought it to my husband. I said, "Oh, Philip, I have an idea. I want to do a show just about first ladies in the community." I didn't really think it would be like something that people would just, you know, gravitate towards so quickly. So, the momentum of this show is grown. The idea of First Lady edition is growing. People were gravitating towards it. So, I had a few people reach out to me. So I'm working with people from all aspects of the community, all part of the community to make this idea that I came up with even bigger and better. So for today, I feel we have to start with our current First Lady, which is Mistress Ruth Clark Tarty. So today we're going to be interviewing Mrs. Ruth Clark Tarty. And in the very near future, I am planning something, a surprise. We have a surprise guest that will be coming on Logan's Hour to do a First Ladies edition, second edition. So I want you guys to stay tuned, and I would like to welcome in Miss Ruth Tarty. Go ahead and introduce yourself, First Lady.
Good evening. My name is Ruth Clark Tarty. I live in Indianapolis, First Lady of the current administration, Rufus S. Tarty. I've been in this community for 22 years now.
Thank you. So, before we go, I was gonna ask, but of course you just stated you said you're part of the Rufus Dr. administration. I wanted to ask you, First Lady. I want you to tell me about your time as First Lady. I know you guys' term is coming to an end pretty soon here, so I want to ask you, just tell us about your time. I know it was ups and downs, good and bad. So tell us.
Well, I can tell you and that I really enjoy what I'm doing right now. And for it coming to an end, I sure have played my part. And one thing that I didn't know, I usually tell my husband that, I'm not a politician, but I learned to have lots of people. And after,
First Lady.
again, being a registered nurse, I always let go. So being
Right.
in the it's almost like doing nursing and those
Yeah.
serving.
Yeah.
It's
Serving
something
people.
I have passion for. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so that I think help my patient to go higher because it's no working in the hospital. Those are not sick people, but you also know how to treat people and how to listen to people. And so my turn of first lady, that's one of the things that I grabbed, that I deal with all populations. And
Mhm.
I have a special population that I spend my time with, the children and the
Oh
elderly.
yes, yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
So now, with along with this question, when I said, "Tell me about your time as first lady," I'm not sure if you caught the last show. The last show, that Philip had Anthony Goodflow was on here, and they asked him what would he grade the administration. It was out of 10, and I believe he gave you guys a 4. That's a 40%. So, if you don't mind me asking, what is your thought on that? And what would you grade your own administration?
Well, I mean, everyone has an opinion to everything that they have. I mean, Anthony gave up in the community for a long time, and I learned, but he said he was the advisor of the president. If he gave the president 4%, I think he did not give him a good advice. But so
Tell me
he
about it.
said he failed, and he failed. But I can tell you, if I want to grade my and the administration,
Mhm.
I mean, it's we're talking about science. I wouldn't say 100%, but I would give them 99%, and I have
And
reasons.
that's it. And 99% because always room for improvement.
Yeah,
Now that point 1% is
yeah,
the room for improvement.
yes.
Oh, well, another question I have for you. So now that your term is coming to an end as first lady in our community, what's next? What do you plan to do after this? What do you plan to do, like, personally, with your own personal life, and then what do you plan to do in terms of the community?
Where I have a lot of on my plate right now. If I'm done being a first lady, I don't think that would, take me away from the community, because I think people look up to me for a
Of
lot
course.
of,
Oh
and that
yeah.
and my phone number, my door will always be open. And I can say, before becoming a first lady, I lived in the community for 22 years, and I always been involved. And that would be one of the things that will always be involved. Anyone who needs my help, I will also make sure and give you that help that you need. What I want to do with myself, oh my God, I need a vacation. I told my husband,
I know.
my own time. I need to.
Oh yeah, you need to take like a 2-month vacation where you just shut everybody off. And say,
Yeah, my own.
I will see y'all later.
Yeah, my that to do for myself.
I
And
know.
I can. A lot of things have been on my plate because of the community events. So I will want to catch up with that. And at the end of our time, whoever wins, especially the first lady, we use so we can have a foundation. Any way you want, it can be the children foundation, the elderly foundation. That's why I believe in. But with your own leadership, whatever idea you bring, I will buy it from you.
Speaking of whoever coming in, I can hear you talking about your crown. Tell us about your crown. Like, your crown, you said that you're gonna get for the inauguration that you'll walk with.
Well, that crown is in two. One is, I'm so happy now. I can sit by the work. So that one crown. The second crown that I will be wearing is, everybody has their own leadership ability, and I don't expect people to walk in the same shoe that walking. Nevertheless, if you want to, that's fine. But that crown is just trying to
It's a
tell,
symbol.
yeah, whoever will be in that role to make sure that that role is not just an ordinary role, So that's what the crown represents. That is a higher role. So you got to keep that crown up on your head and make sure you enjoy it and represent it.
I like that. I like the symbol of the crown. Okay, so my next question I want to ask you. So you say you've been in the community for 22 years. What do you think is from your husband's administration? What do you think is different now from previous years in leadership and just in the community period?
Well, I mean, I would let me say like things things have changed, and what I would say when we came here, our population was really small,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, my husband was the second person in command. He was the vice president, and
Okay.
because of the small population we had then, it was easy to navigate around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now, oh
I
my God,
definitely agree with you on
yeah,
that part.
yeah, now there's a lot, a lot. The population has increased.
Oh yeah.
So working with them is like you have to double think how you put it out there. You have to double think what you do out there. So what really changed to me, I think people have updated the whole technology. So people are so smart now. People like know how to find information around. So you have to be careful what you have to say.
Oh
So
yeah. Yes. Speaking of technology, I have to ask. I have to ask this. I can't let you get off here without asking you about the chat room. The chat room. So, ain't do you? I know you. I know you busy, but ain't do you follow the chat room from time as
I follow
often as you can?
100%.
Okay. So,
100%.
so what do you think about this chat room? Because I have my own opinion, but I want to hear your opinion first.
What you mean?
What do you like? Okay, the chat room for me, I like the chat room. The idea of the chat room is a great place. The idea to have this place where everybody that's in the community is easily accessible. That if you're doing something, you don't have to call five, six, seven people. You just put it right there, and it's very accessible to everyone. And then, but however, that also goes along with whatever you say in our chat room is easily accessible to everyone. So when people get on the platform and misuse the platform and use it to abuse other people or just use it just to not for what's nice is for what is not intended for me, I think it's a beautiful thing for people to get on there and share their opinions and have that kind of conversation going back and forth. That's good because everybody will not have the same opinion. However, sometimes I feel the chat room get out of hand, and sometimes it needs to be brought back to a certain standard.
Yeah, I concur with you. The chat room. That's why I said, we started the community. There was not anything about chat room, WhatsApp and what have you. So nowadays that everything had gone, digital, I think that chat room, the main goal was for people to be able to translate messages to each other and to seek the goal of the community or of the association. But I can agree that sometimes the chat room is abused, you know, it's abused. And that's what I come here again. I'm a politician, honor my husband, but not really politically, inclined when it comes to that because of my profession. But some of the things that's in the chat room, I think it shouldn't be there. But politicians, they got so much tolerance to deal with people and you. And I think the president kind of get a lot of phone calls when the different, wrong things go in the chat room, and he has to react to it. But I can tell you the chat room that a lot of people listen to it. read it. The older people, the
Oh
young,
yeah. You know,
and
I didn't know it was over 200. Okay, I knew it was over 200 people, but I didn't think people really interact. But a lot of people come up to me or call me and say, "Oh, I was following what's going in the chat room." I said, "Oh, I didn't know you can
yeah,
be on there too." A
right.
lot of people.
So I would just urge the community. I'm not angry or what I do, but we should be mindful what we put, because the thing is, this thing go out there and it represent you and it represent the community. So I think we need to be more friendly and be careful what we write there. It should only be able to educate our community and promote our community instead of tearing the community down. I'm front at people tearing the community down.
I agree. I feel as though sometimes I like the chat room. I feel like it's a good idea, but I feel as though sometimes it goes a little too far, and it's just yeah, that's how I feel on that. Okay, so also, what I wanted to ask you, what leaving now, because this is a community that I'm sure, because I know the feeling. You've put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. You've worked so hard. You went sleepless nights. It's just like a child. It's like you have a child that you're nourishing and taking care of. But you put your time, your effort, and so for the what advice do you have as the first lady to give to the community?
Well, I know. I mean, being a first lady, I know one thing that I learned. If you work too much, they say, "Oh, she's doing too much." If you do less, "Oh, she's not doing anything." But you have to just do your best,
Oh yeah.
because you're out there and you have a passion for the community. Why you decide to support your husband? It's not an elected position, but on the line it is, because you are a direct line to your husband, and every good thing that comes out of the community or what have you, you also receive the. So what I would say, or what I did, and I'm saying everybody can have their own leadership ability. I try to do something to make the first lady position attractive, and what
Mhm.
I put in more time to some activities like the children Christmas program. What I in the
Yeah.
co with Palaver House is a little group that is international based, headed by a Liberian young lady, Ayo Lincoln. So I went
Mhm.
there. And my husband also brought out an idea to take care of the veteran, those
Mhm.
what happening before in the community. And I also bought the idea, and we have that established. And and tell other people at the end of the year, Christmas party come out of my own pocket. And sometimes some people volunteer to give me what they have, and all those things. That's all my advice is. You have to make the position attractive, because there is nothing there spelled out in the Constitution about what you need to do as first lady. So you create your own activities, your own occasion. So when it comes to the big occasion that the administration is undertaking, you are also supposed to be involved and make sure those things are well, done the way it's supposed to do, work along with the leadership. But you have to be independent to make the attraction. So I will advise or urge my first lady who will be taking over, don't just sit there, make your own set, valuable.
Oh yeah, but the question it was aimed for future first lady, but the question was aimed at what do you as like a first you as a first lady, somebody who's worked hard, what do you want to tell your community? How do you want to advise them like moving forward? What you know
Okay,
when you have a child, you get expectation for that child.
well, my
So
community, yeah, sorry.
So the community is your child because you now work hard, you now nurture this child. So now that you come in, it's like you come in, let the child go. So what do you want to tell this child before you let this child go?
Well, my community, as I said, I know some people are in agreement with what I been doing, and some people are, yeah, some people may not like what I've been doing, and some people may like it. You can't be likable by everybody.
Yes, I remember at a certain point in time, it used to be, oh, you doing too much or doing the president job for him, and for that very reason, people love you. People fell in love with you for it. They say,
Right.
"Oh, this lady can take charge. She can back her husband." But at a certain point in time, I do remember when people, "Oh, she thinks she can do her husband's job," or, but I remember that.
My community is, you know, I wanted to be forthcoming. That's very important, because when you put out a program, you expect people to attend the program.
Yeah,
And I few people have been coming for hourly out there with my community to please continue to come and want more people to come to support the program. And
yeah.
if you learn to work with whoever, because this job is job without no pay, is voluntary. People have passion for it before they decide to take. So I
Oh
want my
yeah.
people to be understanding, to be able to know that people that are in leadership, they are using their time and spending everything that to make the community a unique one. So community, please work along. And if you've been there and you haven't done much, come on, do what you can do. You know, and that's
Oh
why I
yeah.
want. We should be all united. We should respect each other, and we should support each other in a way that is more, positive for our community.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I think that's something that some people just forget, that this is a free job. You, matter of fact, you are paying because programs, you can pay your own money, your own time, your own resources, and everybody knows in America time equals money. So um I agree with you 100%. So what, coming towards the end here, what do we can we expect from you guys? What can we look forward to from the community with the holidays coming up?
You mean the which holiday?
The holiday season coming in September, October,
You mean the
November.
Christmas?
What can we for the remainder of the term? What can we expect from the leadership
Well,
for that?
they'll remain the same to serve the community as far as I'm concerned. The only thing sometimes is out there, people like, oh, upgrade for lady, just make sure your time finish. So I'm like, well, I still have, couple
I'm
programs.
still here.
Yeah,
I'm still here.
couple programs that I think I'm obligated to. And someone like, no, 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 no. Election, you can't do any more thing because you done.
Yes, you can. You still got. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So we go back and forth. I like, no, I'm not done until after inaugurations.
Ah,
So
election don't stop you.
right. So the few months that left, we still have the Veteran Day, which is October or November. Sorry, I missed your my date.
It's
Oh,
November 5th.
it's out.
Election day is
No, the
November.
Veteran Day.
Veteran Day.
I think it's November 11th.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
look. Let me look.
I
That's a
still don't.
that's a I like that idea because you don't see many you don't see like a lot of Liberian people recognizing Veterans Day as,
Right,
and that is something where people actually go. We have a lot of veterans in the community where people to go or overseas or anywhere, any service that you give is it's very important to recognize that.
right. So now I'm putting the program together so I can reach out to the veterans so we
Yeah,
can make
yeah, it's November 11th.
okay November 11th. So it's one of the
Mhm.
programs I still have going. And now, after we are done with the flag day, it's something that we're putting things in order to be able to reach them as soon as possible so they can be on the calendar and be able to be there at that time. Then another thing is the children Christmas party. I already have a date set to December
Oh,
2nd.
I got Santa Claus costume, yo. Call me yo.
Well, I did buy one that we've been using, and when
Okay.
I'm even turning it over to Eddie, though it's
I
on the
can
first,
make
but we
I can
have it.
make Philip dress up. I can make Philip dress up at Santa Claus Christmas morning. So
One time One time when we were trying to Santa Claus, somebody suggested his name, but then I already had someone to do it.
oh yeah, I can make Philip dress up at Santa Claus
But we got it,
Christmas morning for the children.
we gotta make it a secret. And one thing I wanted to even, I saw some. I mean, I'm not judging people, but when we had the Santa last year and we had it out there, we said that A lot of that program go. It comes with. We also give out free gifts to the children with free food and and music. But a lot of people that took their children to the mall, I'll be like, okay, your own. Why can't you come
So did y'all did pictures with Santa last year?
there?
I
We have
wasn't I wasn't aware of this. I remember the program. My fellow told me about it, but I don't know. Maybe because at the time I wasn't in the chat room, but I didn't hear anything about that program until after Philip came to me and said, "Oh, they having Santa like they having Christmas like they having Santa they got Santa Claus for the kids and they're doing like a giveaway." But maybe I didn't hear about it, but I think that's a good idea.
right. So those are the two programs that I have on my plate, and trying to work towards it and make sure get it done before I turn over everything. And I'm seeing everybody or any further who come here about may have their own way of doing things, but I know it will never be wrong if you follow what we have done and you can add onto it or you can undo it. I mean, it's up to the person. But
Um, so what I wanted to ask you, what did I want to ask? Oh God, I'm blank. Um, I had a question in regards of what would you say in this? Or you say your most if you I want you to pick your most successful program that you guys have and your least successful program and why do you think that is?
I mean, the least one that I think would be the venturing that because it was something new. So the attendant were very poor, and so we trying to do better this year to reach out to them so enough so they can be able to have the information and make time available. My most successful program, my LLAs, they always look up to me for their Christmas. I mean, they are so appreciative. I mean, when I go to their house, I know one woman called me after I left her. She said, "Wow, I just put pig there. It's the most beautiful thing ever." And they would call their family and like, "Oh, the family they just been at my house. She just delivered by my present. So I just feel that it make me feel good that they call me back and tell me they appreciate I was able to reach the number of people that I have on my list. And on time too, not late.
Um, I know one of the things when Philip was president of the we did during the like cold season was we did like surveys about like coat drives and like turkeys and stuff like that. So I remember during COVID, you guys along you guys were passing out food for people. So how did you contribute to that?
Oh wow, it was a lot, but it was not first lady program. It was the administration program. But being the first lady of herself in the past, that anything the administration undertaking, the audit needed. So I worked alongside with the group that the president appointed to carry on that program. And we were able to deliver, I can't remember the number, but it was over 200 people that we reached out to. And young men, their sister, our sister that were the grandchildren, United Sisters. I mean, there were a lot of people that came on board that worked. And that program was a very, very successful program because the pastoral board and all were on board at that time.
Okay, and I remember what I wanted to ask you. You know, you work at the hospital, so and I know that alone. Trust me, I know that alone is a heavy workload. And then you have your kids. So how have you been able to manage to balance all the community activities, your personal life activities, and your work activities?
And let me tell you the truth. One have to be cheap in my home. I've been the one that always been cheap because I give someone you can't there's no that we have a balance between work, you know, between work community. Sorry, my phone got that. Between
No.
work community and family. So my family were always left. days, I will be gone. I will not be I have my kids to eat.
Oh, I think the first lady is frozen. Uh-oh. Let's see, let me move her. The first lady seems to be frozen. Remove her and put her back in. While we wait for her to get back on, let's go to the comment section. Let me read some comments out loud for everybody. Mm, okay. I'm tagging everybody. Well, I would like to thank everybody for joining us today and for your input. Okay. Fatima said the dynamic youth chair is watching. Pam said I'm on the speaker. Then what's this? We must be tolerant. Let me call the first lady. Tell her to go back in and come back out. Yeah, just click the link and come back in. Just click the link. Oh, I'm on live. Okay, we have a comment here from Gmail. Let's read this comment. It says, "Yeah, some of people just entering this community and want to be standing on our head. Nah, some of us been doing LAI things since we were in single digit age. The real ones remember the meetings on Sundays after church." Um, where is this comment I wanted to put? Where is it at? Fatima says she earned her stripes. That you did, Fatima. You earned it. Let me take. We will be right back. Let me play this short clip, and we'll be right back. Now, where is it? Yeah, let's see. All right, bye. The first lady is having some difficulties coming in. Okay. Well, if I'll also let you guys, if anybody watching would like to ask her any questions, I will also give you some time. Let me write my number up here to call my cell phone, and you guys can ask her some questions as well. That you feel like you need to ask her, because I think from based from the comment section, you guys have some questions or maybe statements that you would like to make to the first lady. Let me resend her the link. Mm.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating.
Okay, let's welcome our first lady back in. Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
it's,
Sorry.
called, it's called technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we left off, I think we were talking about your programs that
Right.
you, some of your programs that you did.
Right. So what we were talking about the COVID
Yes,
food
during COVID.
distribution. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Yeah.
we were also talking about your life, with your
Oh
work
yeah,
life,
yeah. Balancing your life. Yeah. And that's
the
what I was saying.
balance.
Uh, balance in my life, it was kind of a little bit difficult because the thing that got cheated was my family life. Because I always told my family, your father is politician, my husband is a politician. So, people like to be served. They won't understand. They'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't be there. I got to make meal for my family. I got to clean my house. I got to do this. No. So I always like put my house on hold and take care of the community. Afterward, I come back and finish up.
That's, actually, because now I can be kind of busy. So I think in terms of me, what I cut down is sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sleep
Yeah.
for about, well, I can take, maybe I will take a 30-minute nap if I get a chance in the day between the children. But other than that, I sleep, maybe I can sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night, then I'm good. Which I know is not good, but
That is
I
true too. Yeah.
wanted to ask you, um, during any event, I'm aware not one person can plan event. Event planning is everybody putting their hands in to make things happen. Have you ever in the community not giving credit to anybody for being a part of the process of making things happen for the community?
Right now, um, I would say everybody got involved because at this time it's political season. You gotta be careful how you call their names. Yeah.
No,
So,
we're not
but
calling
program,
it.
yeah,
I just
program
asked.
planning, it been the community involvement. Everybody get involved. People cook, people help to decorate, people help to clean up after, people help to carry the load in the hall. So everybody involvement. You can't do it alone. So that the reason you got to have a good rapport with the community because you will need everybody to help. You know, because it's not an easy task. After all, everybody comes to you, be like, oh yeah, we want you, we want you. After said and done, it will just be a skeleton team. But you will have to learn to reach out there to be able to convince people and to encourage them also so they can help you get things done. The more the merrier. That's my big word always.
Okay. My next question I have for you, being that you are the first lady, so you are, I'm sure you are centered behind majority of the events that happen within a community, especially the bigger ones like 26, Valentine, all that stuff. I'm sure you are right there in the center of it, in the planning process and through all the phases of making it possible. Now, everybody, I'm sure you work with like many different people within the community. Do you have some people in the community that help you, but do not come center front? Do you like people that that will do let me speak it up right way. They'll do the little thing on the side, but they don't have to come forward to say, "Oh yes, it's me." Do you work with people like that in the community?
Oh yes, yes, I have people. We have people who help us to cook. That's what I'm saying. That everybody that out there, you will know that help. You will just see at the forefront. So we have a hard working administration. The VP is so hard working, Miss Annie, hard working, and of course, yeah, Miss Delisha Sion.
I can say my favorite lady. Cannot leave
Yeah,
my favorite lady, Sis Delisha, out because
right. And my
she can work hard.
right, she is like you know, got the whole show, and she worked so hard. And
She can
even
work
the
hard.
waste of meat chip, fella knuckle that two men, the
Oh
president
yeah.
and Mr. Knuckles, all the people, they are the front liner. And from there, we have the other people on the side who give us a little push to make things happen. But definitely, we have people who will always be willing to help us, and they're not at the front end. And
Right.
not because we're not calling their name, but we also remember them and we acknowledge them in our own way.
Yes. Well, my next question I wanted to ask you was, oh, what I wanted to ask. Ish catching up to me. The O is coming too soon.
Uh,
So in terms of what is coming up, I don't want to touch on it too much because it's a touchy subject. But what I'm saying in terms of the elections coming up right now, right? We're in a
mhm.
heat. We're in the heat of the moment, and you guys, I know you are the first lady. Like you said, it's not an elected role, but it is in a sense, because you're doing if the same, if not more, than what elected officials are doing for the community. So, what standards are this leadership holding their people to, the people that they have in their leadership to, in regards to their ethical behavior during this campaign season that has not yet started?
Well, I wouldn't
I
be
know
able to.
you can't speak for your husband, but you can speak for yourself.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If you say people, I don't know who
You got who you
in the
guys
administration
who
who
you
is
guys, yes, in the
unethical.
administration, the people that you guys currently have within the administration. What
Yeah.
standard are you guys holding them to in terms of um this election that's coming up? What standard are they being held to as far as their behaviors? Now I know that grown people, y'all can't control their behavior, but what standard are they being held to? What do you guys expect to see your administrator, your people, the people in your administration? How should they carry themselves, or how would you guys like to see them carry themselves during this whole campaign season?
Well, the question that you just asked is actually the personal question, but I would just
I
answer.
mean,
I will answer it the way I see it, and the way
right.
I work along with me. I know the president always at all time would tell his people that work with him directly to be very professional, to be careful what they say out there, because whatever he said it will be counted against you and the administration. So he always urged them to watch out what they say out there, because people looking up to them. So I think he's doing a job by guiding his group that he working with. And for me as a first lady, it comes down to me. I want to be very open and a mother in the community. I want anyone who wins to be
You
able
are
to
the
be
mother in the
free to
community.
come to me, and I want to be free to go to them. So I try to be as much as professional I can be. There is speculation out there, but still I'm not going to buy it. I will try to work with anyone, and I want to maintain that role. So I'm trying to be very professional to the highest.
My next question for you: what footprint are you leaving in this community for people to follow?
Oh, my footprint. The first one, as a first lady, sometimes boys say, "Oh, first lady, you working hard." I'll be there. I'm not there working hard. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. The first and foremost, as a first lady, you are the mother and you are the hostess. And what the word hostess means is to be able to entertain the community. So your house will have to be according keyless. You can't have a key to your house. Anyone that enter,
Oh
anyone that
yeah.
enters that house, you should be ready to receive them as guests. Doesn't matter, and be able to cater to them. So my footprint in my house have been an open house, and I cater to anyone, be it older, younger, and whatever. I be able to cater to you because I'm serving the community. I should be welcoming. And number two, you never get tired, as you said. Sleep is not, it's important, but you have to choose, when to sleep and what to do. If someone have a program, they look up to you as a first lady, you will have to make yourself available to be able to serve them, because they count on you. That's why they reach out to you. So, you sometimes I go to 3, 4 programs at the same time. Do I want to? No, but I have to. So you gotta be, approachable in the
Just like the other
community.
day
Yeah,
in the park, I walked after the Flag Day program. They said, "Oh,
yeah,
after party at President Huss." I
yeah.
walked to I walked to I walked to the president. The president, I said, "President," so they said after party at Huss. They said, "I guess that's what they said."
Right, you see? So yeah, you gotta be able to be approachable in the community, and there are a lot of things that people will be looking up to you. Not everybody will like it, but you have to try as much as possible to be able to reach people, and people that need you. And I mean, it's so much out there to do. But when you are a leader, you got to be you should not be selfish, number one.
Oh
You
yeah.
can be selfish. And one thing I can say, and that's why people look at me, you are the direct line to your husband. That a lot of people when they call my phone when I look at the number, I know the call not meant for me.
Why I told you
Because,
that day? Let me tell you.
yeah,
Okay,
because,
go ahead.
because they
I'm,
want my husband.
I'm
So
telling
my
you.
phone is on
She
24
said, I
hour.
know you want to call me because you call my husband, you get him. I said, of
Right.
course.
Yeah. So yeah, and when people want things done, you are the direct line. They will go through you. And so you have to make yourself, as I say, approachable to the community. It's number one. Be able to, even if you what it like Brother Manga say you are the first mama there, you got to have all that one there and pretend and be the nicer
I
person.
used, I used to call you fire first lady.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm
that's
not,
the thing
I'm
before
fire
putting.
first lady.
Right. Be active, reach out, you know. Even if you
Oh,
have no
that's
time
something.
spent there, it mean a lot to them.
Oh, that's something I learned along the way from my own little stuff with Philip. I can't imagine the kind of I be telling Philip about, oh my gosh, the first lady, I give her my hat. I take my hat off to her because you have this whole community to run. And when I did my little stuff, it rather pulled me out of my shell, but
Yeah.
it's good. But I know it's patience. It's definitely patience, and it helps you work with it helps you really, build that relationship with other people in the community that you really wouldn't do it with otherwise. Firstly, let me ask you this: are you open to people calling? Do you want questions? Do
Yes, yes. Oh
you will
yes.
be okay? I posted the number. Let me put it up here. The number to call. Let me write it down again. Let me put it up here. Um, 285 404-285-2021. If you would like to uh, call in, you are welcome to call in. Um, we will not be on here too much longer, but I won't give anybody a chance to call and to ask you a question, but I want to say I really commend you. I've seen closely all your hard work that you have put in, all your time. Like I said, this community is like your child. You put your blood, your sweat, your tears into it, and I know it will be just a little bit it will emotional for you. For
Yeah.
me, I don't know if you're an emotional person, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
I am
Everyone.
an
Yeah.
emotional person. So I know the end is kind of like it's a bittersweet thing. Like, oh yes, it's like this little you dropping it, you reach the finish line, but then it's at the same time it's like this is your baby that you've
Yeah.
nurtured.
Right.
So what emotions will you have like I know right now because we still have time. We still have some time until before the end of the year. So, what emotions have you been feeling?
Well, it is true that I do have some emotions, and some of them I look at be like, oh my God, with the gallery, let's say for example that what happened, they gone flag their let me be more current. You
Mhm.
know, with all I trying to like do the multitask, and get things going. And sometimes I sit back with that, oh my like let me go like on the in park I was turning my the vendors. And oh my God, that is so beautiful. You know, we told them that no one selling on this shelter. Everybody should bring their own canopy to make the place look colorful. And they were able to do it. Oh my God. I would cry because I won't be able to get all the comments anymore to see things happen, and I'm happy about it.
I know.
so, so,
Like I
so
said it's bittersweet because it's
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah. So I wish I have started the thing long ago, but the COVID kind of intercepted to that people
yes,
would
that was
come
a
and
big
have the
thing.
whole area
That was
with
a big
yeah
thing.
with different
That
canopy, yeah, different market.
that was a really I know that was that's I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Since you, how do you think the COVID? Because I know COVID was really like a big thing that kind of s- put like a dent in the world, but it also put a dent in the way the administration had to do things. So how, because you saw it firsthand, how did COVID? affect your husband's administration, or some of the things that you guys may have wanted to do, but your hands were tied due to COVID?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of stuff that we wanted to do our hands. By the time, or it got too late. By the time we get to the point that things are kind of getting better, we don't have much time, and we start making food. Like, well, we can, the 1 year and they have the COVID took away, and we can add it up. Then we can have the extra 2023, and the post side laughing. They said, nope, constitutionally it's 3 years. Doesn't matter what happened. But I think the COVID,
So your husband gray hair not get plenty. He ready for the gray hair to slow down small.
right? But you see, the COVID kind of held us back a little bit when we started to get back to normal, then
I was
time
gonna say,
ran
how did you
out.
guys?
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say,
Mhm.
how did you guys kind of get back into the swing of things uh after the well, we're still in the pandemic, but how did you guys kind of start getting back into, in trying to re-engage the community? Because COVID was scary. A lot of people, especially, I'm sure you saw it firsthand. Did
Oh, yeah.
because you worked during the pandemic, didn't you?
Of course, yes.
Oh yes. See, so you saw it firsthand what COVID did. I worked in the hospitals during COVID. I was pregnant working. I even got COVID while I was pregnant with my
Oh
son.
wow.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. Oh yeah. Um, but you saw firsthand what COVID did. So how did you guys kind of try to ease the way of nudging people back into community engagement?
Well, the good thing that helped our administration was we have a lot of health workers in the administration, and Ms. Facia, the VP herself, me, and also we make sure that we put the protocols into place, And when people noticed that we were taking it serious, that we here to protect our community, and they found that we just didn't leave them loose. So they started to believe in us when we called them that we'll have this be done and that be done. You have your mask on, make sure you have your hand sanitizer. And the president also used to have a whole supply of masks on the field. So with that being said, and see how we were carrying on ourselves to make sure that our community doesn't get affected with the COVID from the administration. So they kind of put those trust in us to say yes. Even if I get to the park, there will be people who will educate me what to do and what not to do. And we have Ms. Facia who are always giving information out there. So when things start turning down, and people say, well, even tired of being home too. People say,
Oh
want to
yeah.
be out,
Oh yeah.
So it
Oh
was
yeah.
just easy. We'll reach out. It's okay. COVID gone down a little bit, but we'll do this, but be mindful. So people just start to come out because people want to be out also,
I
you
remember
know.
one time me and Philip was home for, I think it's like 2 weeks. Philip, who can keep himself so busy? Philip used to be doing everything that he can do. Philip got so busy too. I saw Philip doing TikTok. That one I said, I know. I said, okay,
Yeah,
it's very serious now.
yeah, gotta get out there. And so from the CDC guidelines and everything, and we all follow the CDC guidelines. So we were trying to be out, and so people were fine with it, and so people came out, and we thank God that our community was saved, and no one, I know people got COVID, but we didn't have it to the worst. So we want to say
Oh
thank
yeah.
God.
Oh
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. Even I remember, and the scariest part was you wouldn't when it came to a certain point where you didn't even know that people had like you had it. I remember my daughter. I think she was 2 or 1 at the time, and she was fine. She was just fine. But I put her to bed like I do every night. But then she woke up in the middle of the night throwing up. But I just felt like, oh, this is not right.
right.
Something is not right. We took her to the hospital, and she had COVID, and it was scary. I mean, for
Right.
me, I had COVID, but it's different when you see your little 2 year. And my daughter
Yeah,
don't eat. My daughter already don't eat, so
right.
I know that was like one of the scarier parts of COVID for me. But we tell God, thank you.
Yeah, we're really
Oh,
grateful for that.
let me post this number again because people are asking. So tell me, where you going for vacation after? Uh, we have a caller first.
Okay.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, Samar.
Yes. Um, please, your name, and before you, please introduce yourself before you ask your question.
Yeah, my name is Nya Olule. I'm calling from Canby, Indiana.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
Yes. If can the father hear me?
She can hear you.
Yes.
All right, all right. Well, father, thank you for coming in studio today. That's great. That's so thoughtful of you. To come and discuss the issue. Um, I have, I think, two questions or three, if not possible.
Okay.
My first question is: you said the administration, if you can grade the administration, you will grade them 100%.
She said
If this
99%. She didn't say
yeah,
100. She said she would
what,
grade them 99%.
okay, 99%. If the administration can do it over, what do you think the administration was shut off? And if they can go back to do it over, what do you think they would change? That's my first question. And as a first lady, my second question would be: do you believe women leadership in this community? If so, why do you not push harder to support the second in command to your husband now, which is Nico? Why do you not push harder to push her to go for the higher seat
Can
in
I
this
ask you to clarify
administration?
this question, please? You
That's
said,
that's my that's the question I have. Thank you.
first lady, before you answer that, you said, I just want you to clarify this question, please, for the audience. You said, does
Uh,
she not believe in women leadership? What do you mean, just women
no,
in
no. I
leadership?
say, I say, as a first lady, do you believe in women leadership?
Okay.
You know, if so, why do they still not push harder for her, the second in command to her husband, which is Miko Koke, to go as president in this coming election? Why was her position in not, pushing her harder to go?
Okay, thank you for your question, the first lady, for answering.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Let me start from down up. The question he
Okay,
asked was
yes, go
number
ahead.
two, if I believe in woman
Women
leadership.
leadership,
Yeah.
and if you do, why didn't you push the vice president to become president?
Well, I would tell him being a woman, I believe highly in woman leadership because I know women are capable of doing a good job. Not even good, but more than I think men can do. I'm trying to be biased. The clause that
Of
add to
course.
it, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't answer to that because it's a direct question and I will hold all comment. Thank you.
Thank you. And his next
The
question,
first one is
what he
if
would do
the
for the
leadership will come back, what you think they will do better? And
mm-hmm.
I can say the leadership, we took over to serve the community for 3 years. But the COVID intercepted and only worked for 1 year and a half correctly. So if I will come back, if my husband will come back, I want us to have the full 3 years and I think we achieve even 110. So I wouldn't want COVID to be there. And so if we work that complete 3 years, and I think numerous things will be achieved. Number one, that I mean, he did one. He went at the office. He got the office. Just by
Yeah.
the time for him to work after getting thing connected or for all to do our connectivity to see how we can get a hall and get other things done. The COVID stepped in and everybody were like non-available. People at the offices. And so that's why we wish for if we have 3 years to come to achieve the number two that he didn't achieve the whole.
Okay. Yeah, that's, I know, I hear people speak of that a lot. But first lady, time is fast spent, and I don't want to keep you here too long.
Thank you.
But I would just like to say thank you so much for coming on. And as we know, we spoke about earlier, we'll be doing this again along with the other ladies.
Sure.
And I would just like to tell you thank you for taking your time to answer some questions that the community has. And I want to tell you that I am extremely proud of the work that you have done in this community. You have been a very, you've been very neutral and you've been very tolerant and you've done your dues. You've paid your dues to the community. So I want to tell you thank you for coming on, and I look forward to us doing this again with the other ladies that we spoke about. And you can have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, First Lady, please before I end the broadcast, please give us your closing statement.
Oh, well, first of all, I want to say thanks to the Logan Hour and thanks to you, Mr. Logan, for making us to be up here today for both our voices to be heard, especially my voice. And I will always say to the community, I'm committed to the community. I'm here to serve the community, and I will play my role as First Lady and even Madam former First Lady. I will always continue to do the work to make sure our community, get united. And I mean, to have a beautiful community for our children, grandchildren to enjoy. So thank you. I look forward coming back again. And anyone can reach me at any time. I'm available for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Mm. Well, I would just like to tell you guys thank you for tuning in to Looking Out today and for taking your time to listen to me. I would like to tell you guys I look forward to see you guys back here again very soon. Like I said, when I came up with this idea and I brought it to my husband, I just wanted to, have a few ladies, sit with them and talk with them. I like to come on here from time to time and just have conversation with women. So when this idea came to me, it just came as an idea. But the more that, I reached out to people and I spoke with different people, and actually different people reached out to me. Um, I realized that it was is more the momentum started growing and more people wanted to be involved in this Logan's Hour First Lady edition. So I have a surprise guest that will be coming on here in the next edition of this segment. Um is of She is a a gem in this community. But so I'm working with people in the community from all parts of the community um, to make this idea bigger and better than ever. So I want to tell you thank you guys for tuning in and have a good